Okay, so if we move on to the next question then. The next question is, can I take someone back from furlough on part-time hours? If I need to, can I then put them back on full-time furlough in the future? This one for Nick.
Yeah, just finding the unmute button there. Okay, so can you take someone off furlough, have them work part-time hours, and then in the future potentially furlough them again? So yes, basically the answer is yes. If someone is currently on furlough, as of the 1st of July, I think I'm saying there's a lot of dates here, as of the 1st of July, with written agreement, you can bring someone back from furlough on a part-time basis, which means that for the hours that you are having them do work for you, you would pay them at 100% wages. And for the hours that they are continuing to be on furlough in that week, then they would continue to receive 80% wages. So that possibility of part-time starts on the 1st of July and continues through until the end of the scheme on the 31st of October. It's important to say, actually, I'm not sure, possibly everybody's realised this, but if there is anyone in your business that you have not yet furloughed, so they've been working throughout in whatever capacity, maybe for emergency things that you've been asked to do. If you have not yet furloughed them, but you would like in the future to have the option to furlough them at any point up until the 31st of October, then they must go on a furlough on the 10th of June for 3 weeks. Because on the 30th of June, the scheme will be shut to new entrants. And in order to be eligible after the 30th of June to be furloughed part-time, full-time for any reason till the end of the scheme, someone must have, prior to the 30th of June, completed a full 3-week furlough. So last chance for someone to have any chance of being furloughed is going to be 10th of June. If they've never been furloughed before, 10th of June is the last chance to get someone potentially able to take part in the scheme. So that's, I suppose, one important thing to know, because if someone has not been by the 10th of June, then it'll be too late. They'll not be able to take part after that. From the 1st of August, the minimum amount of time that someone can be furloughed, obviously, right now, the minimum time is 3 weeks. And from the 1st of August, it's going to go down to 1 week. So from the 1st of August, you can have someone on part-time furlough, and potentially, if you gain the agreement, week by week, you can alter the shape of that part-time work and the size of it, so when the hours are and how many hours there are, as long as you have agreement. Because, and for the employee themselves, they will be earning at least as much as they would have done had they been on furlough full-time. Because on furlough full-time, for all the hours they would be on furlough, they would be at 80%. But if they are working part-time, the hours they're on furlough are at 80, and the hours that they do work for you are at 100. So they would be always getting more. But it's definitely advisable to have whatever arrangements that you have made in writing, just to ensure that, because you're implementing a different kind of furlough for them. And we know that when you implement a furlough, you have to get agreement, written agreement from the employee concerned. Now, if somebody's been on part-time furlough, and then for whatever reason it's good for the business for you to put them back onto full-time furlough, again, that's fine. You should gain agreement again in writing. I know I'm repeating myself all the time about gaining agreement, but it really is in your best interest to ensure that it can be proven at a later date that you had agreement for each of these steps that you're taking, and that the employees signalled that they were happy with this variance of their terms and conditions. So make sure you've got the agreement, that as long as they are eligible to be in the scheme, having completed a 3-week furlough at least by the 30th of June, then they can move between part-time and full-time furlough at a week's notice, the minimum of being a week after the 1st of August. So yeah, now actually on our website we have a document about the new look furlough, and in it there is a link to a very interesting breakdown of what is happening at what stage with furlough, with what the dates are and what the rules are for those dates. So that's something that I'll see if I can put a link to in the chat, and it just gives a very simple breakdown. Any questions on that matter? Hopefully I've answered the question. I did talk a lot, so.
Yeah, all good.
Grand. I'll mute myself.
Fine for me, yeah.